They can fall back and shoot, ignore all negative hit modifiers, and auto advance 8. For all that's going to be relevant.
What is up?
Because they have 2d6 strength 4 minus.
Everyone in chat.
Not exactly.
Welcome to the Grand Finals of the T5S2 Invitational. Season 4. Today we're going to crown the best virtual 40k player in the universe. We have two absolutely accomplished players in the chat here today. Devin Swan, a T5S2 top 4 player in last season, playing the brand new Adeptus Mechanicus. Now moved on to Tau versus Tuimu, who is Jonathan, who has been absolutely crushing it all the way through this Invitational. He ended out at first seed out of the group stage. He was number 2, I believe, going into the elimination stage. Crushed through his group. Absolutely destroyed it. Getting all wins, almost in a perfect victory point score. And making it to the elimination stage. Now in the elimination stage, undefeated in his game so far. But we're going to see if that can continue, as he is up against the absolute power of these new Tau Empire Firecast Warriors, looking to secure Devin Swan his place as a T5S2 season Invitational winner. We started with over 300 players at the top of the season, and we're down to just about 2. I want to throw a big thanks to everyone who participated in T5S2 Season 4, but there can be only one at the end of all these games, and it's going to be one of these 2 players. Get hype, chat. Let's get those hypes in chat for this game, because I think it's going to be a good one. We're on retrieval mission today. 6 objectives around the table, 3 towards each player's deployment zone. Very defensive-oriented mission, which may favor the Tau. Although, to be fair, if these players are going to be trying to play these defensive games, and Jonathan is able to get a foothold on the Tau side of the table, it could go very poorly for them, because Jonathan can use that terrain to his advantage by scoring passively on his side of the table without Tau really having too much that actually crosses the table itself. Both these players with a lot of pre-game manipulation. We have Master of the Kauyon over on Devin's side of the table to redeploy some of these units, and Castellan's Mark on Adeptus Custodes side in order to redeploy as well. So we do see some aggressive placement out of both of these players, and they're going to be able to use that those redeploys to save those units if they do lose the roll-off to go first. Got hype for Team Uwu here. Hell yeah. We had a good representation from Team Uwu in the lead up to this game. We'll see if Jonathan can pay off that hype. We did have an incredibly close game between Devin and Mumu Cow in the quarterfinals. I think probably the closest game of the T5S2 Invitational so far. Looks like Mumu Cow was going to take it, but unfortunately he walked into a heroic intervention at the last opportunity and didn't end up securing the victory in that game. But we'll see if Jonathan can do it this time with his Adeptus Custodes. He is playing a Shadowkeeper's Adeptus Custodes composition. This was to fight the melee hordes that he was expecting to play against, moving up into the Invitational. Bringing in these 3 units of Virtus Praetors. Classic units of Virtus Praetors that we typically see in these Adeptus Custodes list. He just does have a couple units of Shield Guard. 1 Contemptor Galadus Dreadnought, which it's going to be interesting to see if it gets any use here in this mission, or in this matchup, because it unfortunately is relatively slow. Not quite as fast as the Virtus Praetors. We have a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle in Jonathan's list. This guy kitted out to kill characters, which could certainly help against Devin's characters, although Devin's characters are very defensively oriented, so it'll be a question of whether or not he's able to get in there and make contact. But he's bringing Lock Warden to punch through invulnerable saves, as well as a Superior Creation to make him harder to kill, and a Stasis Oubliette to force enemies to fight last. Although, to be fair, Tau fighting, not that exciting. We do have the Cold Star Commander here on Devin's side of the table, who is kitted to deal some melee damage, but not too much. That's not really going to be the gameplay here. I think maybe this is going to be the one matchup that Devin maybe wish that he was in the more standard Emperor's Chosen configuration, where he gets a 4+ damage ignore roll against mortal wounds, which the Tau Empire armies can put out quite a bit of using those railguns that deal automatic mortal wounds in addition to normal damage. Although Jonathan agrees with some of the other Custodes players we've talked to on the channel, saying that it probably doesn't matter so much because the Tau matchup is going to be about trying to fade those hits entirely and get stuck in while taking as few shots onto your models as possible. Looks like pregame prediction overwhelmingly in favor of the Adeptus Custodes. 108K on Adeptus Custodes. Hot damn, chat. Whoa. Absolutely crazy. Now, the players here with some interesting secondary picks, both players with some relatively defensive ones. Over here on Devin's side of the table, we're taking To the Last and Minimize Losses. To the Last going to hit all 3 of those broadside battlesuit teams. So if those guys survive till the end of the game, Devin will get 5 points apiece. But obviously, Jonathan would love to kill those models as we get up closer to the end. Minimize Losses also gives him 5 points for every 25% of his army is remaining at the end of the battle. So he maxes it out at 100, down to 75. He drops to only 10, 50%, or he loses 50% or more, excuse me. He only gets 5. Over here on Jonathan's side of the table, taking Engage on all fronts, Raise the Banners High, and No Prisoners. So a little bit more offensively oriented, although that Raise the Banners High is typically a pretty good call for Adeptus Custodes. That we do need to see, yeah, we do have an Alaris Terminator over here to drop a banner on Objective 4 if we need it. So fortunately, he's going to be able to drop banners on all these objectives and mostly just tank those out. So hoping for a big ol' 15-pointer on Raise the Banners. No Prisoner is typically a pretty good one against Tau because they have a lot of individual models in their army. Each of these shield drones that the broadside battlesuit teams have affixed to them are each 2 wounds, which means the broadside battlesuit units just by themselves are 36 wounds. So those 3 units by themselves are almost represent 10 points of No Prisoners, not to mention the fact that you have shield drones and marker drones on the characters. They're a recruit as well, so tabling this army will get you pretty close to a full No Prisoner score, and that is one of the weaknesses of Tau, and has traditionally been a weakness of Tau, is that they have to give up those drones in order to soak their more impactful casualties. Dr. Deuce with the cheer. Cheers. Dr. Deuce says, it's been a great season, having a blast. Thanks for running the awesome community, Dr. Deuce. I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm excited for Season 5. I think Season 5 is going to be a big shakeup. And I'm psyched for more competitive games of Warhammer 40k online on TTS. Jonathan deciding what to do with this Gallows Dreadnought. But certainly, with the focus of battlesuits in the new Tau Codex, they have an immense number of wounds that they're going to be giving up. And with the infantry keyword, they now count for No Prisoners. Or I guess they counted for No Prisoners previously, but they are now more resilient and have more wounds, which means they're going to give up more of those points of No Prisoners. And in addition to those shield drones, there's more going on. Looks like we have a roll to go first here. Tau Empire winning first turn 1-2. Okay, pretty low rolling here. And it's time to do some redeploys. So Shadow Sun does have her 1 model redeploy. And I think we just heard a Monka. Hey! Dr. Dutes with the big gifted subs, gifting 5 subs. Mr. Tunin, Ray at 1982, Boomer _ Crispy, No Peace 6C, and Nap God of Glitter World. Congratulations for getting your gifted subs. Thanks, Dr. Deuce, for the support. By the way, chat, we do have a giveaway going on for this game. We're going to be giving away an Orc starter set, or excuse me, a Black Templar's army set. Not an Orc starter set, that was last time. A Black Templar's army set. We got one more to give away. That's going to be going to somebody in chat. Exclamation point giveaway in the chat to get access to that. In addition, if you want to be like Dr. Dutes and gift some subscriptions or subscribe yourself, that will also give you an additional entry to the giveaway. And Tactical Tours patrons are automatically entered. So if you want to join the Patreon, that will also enter you as well. So we have a bunch of ways to win that Black Templar's army box.
Well, may as well hop the wall. I'll take the penalties.
Send it back to players' mics here when we do our pregames. Yeah, it looks like the broadsides are just going to be forcing themselves forward. And I think we did hear a Mont called. So those broadsides are going to be able to advance and fire those big heavy rail rifles. Well, that's the deployment with Exemplar of the Callion. The redeployment.
Is this what I want to do? I want to put a unit of broadsides over here. Nah, there's no way you advance up that side of the board and not get shot by 9 rail rifles, so I think that's fine. His thing on turn 1 is completely irrelevant. The Cold Star is mostly irrelevant.
Maybe we did call it Kalyan then, chat. If Shadow Sign is redeploying more than one unit.
Steal an objective from you. Yeah.
The Crew did move up to stay on objective 2, but then we do have reactive to that Castellan's Mark on Jonathan's side of the table to redeploy
17, so you
his
get
units.
a 5 on your advance roll. And there's no way in how I can bodyguard that from like all the way there, so that's not worth doing. The bodyguard will just move. I can't do the Crew. Long Strike is pretty much happy where he is right now. I don't think I'm going to redeploy the 3rd unit, so boom.
Okay. Just gonna go with these guys.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have thought bikes don't want to get shot by rail rifles?
So hiding this bike unit back here, I am a little bit worried about this Vexillus Praetor. I think there is a potential for him to get hit by rail rifles depending on the angle.
Will also run away.
No, he's gonna.
He's not safe there.
He's gonna nope right out of there.
He's just gonna go like that, probably. Sure. Let's just see what happens. All right.
Alrighty. Well, best of luck to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with the command phase. We will put Shadow Sun's reroll hits on blue.
Oh, you gotta put your CP in as well.
Oh, yes. I start with 7, so it should be 8 right now. I will put Long Strike's Markalite on them too. Dark Strider can't really see anything because I can't see them because they're not touching the terrain. I guess he'll just let Green shoot Trajan better?
Sure.
Or all that's going to be relevant.
Might.
Oh, you never know.
Probably not.
Probably not, but you never know, right?
I mean, if you SMS kill the Teal's shield guard, you probably pull it off, but
Yeah, it's probably not happening though. You have 2 up saves against SMS.
Yeah.
And then Red will get the reroll all wounds
sure.
for being within 12. Again, completely pointless for first turn.
Unless I charge you or something in the Overwatch.
I mean, that's also a thing you could do. Alrighty.
Although I guess at that point you're auto wounding anyway, so it's what's
Yeah, I'm auto wounding on my hits anyway, so it doesn't actually make a difference.
Fair
I also want to put the Shadow Sun rerolls on somebody else. Before I commit to that, how far are you? 28.1, you 14.
Sure do.
So that puts you at 14.
What 10? Or yeah, 14. Yeah, math.
And I can just, so you're not charging me on turn 1 if I don't move, which I'm not going to.
Yes, basically.
Basically, you're not charging me on the first turn. These guys can go at most 20 with an advance, but I'm OBSEC, so it doesn't matter. And there's no way in hell they can charge Crew, because that's going to be greater than 12 to the closest bike. So yeah, I'm just content to just put it on them. It's completely irrelevant on turn 1, but you don't know until you try it, right? So yeah, we'll do movement. Dark Strider's just going to run away a little bit.
So probably going to be a pretty light movement phase here from Devin. Again, he's not really incentivized to push too far forward because any potential charges he gives Jonathan is a way that Jonathan can sort of crack into the Tau lines. And unfortunately, Jonathan being almost entirely melee means he might have to weather a turn of broadsides shooting at him before he's able to really get stuck in and deal some significant damage. Not to mention the fact that he is going to have to eat indirect fire from the broadside battlesuits. They all have those smart missile systems, which fire a pretty effective profile, especially alongside advanced targeting systems, which give them 6s to hit automatically wound. Which means that despite the fact that these Virtus Praetors have some pretty impressive defensive stats and would normally be wounded on 5s, are going to take an above average amount of damage from those targeting systems.
Bird people, they'll just advance. Not like I have actions I need to do, so... They're just gonna come up and just leave the forest. Cool. The commanders, I think, are honestly just good to chill. You can come up a little bit further. 'Cause even if I go on the line, you're not shooting at me. Or not charging me. Sorry, I should say. Nope, it's mathematically impossible for you to charge me.
They
So
have
they're
been
just gonna
spotted.
come up like this.
They're right over there, Chance. We found them.
And then...
The difference
You are gonna
in
go up a little bit
model
further,
count
so you
between these
just
two
don't care.
armies is pretty impressive, especially with all of those drones. In between the drones and the crew, the actual combatants in the Tau army are pretty limited. We have the 9 broadsides as well as the characters.
We stand ready.
And that's mostly it in the Crisis Bodyguards, I guess. So maybe 15, 16 models. But with all those drones and crude carnivores,
Fear not, brothers.
really making things, taking up space there. This Tau army does look very impressive. Now, we do have this Crisis Commander up here. This guy taking Vector Maneuvering Thrusters, which is a very important piece of technology that Devin's elected to put into his list. Essentially, the big downside of these characters is they're relatively short range. I mean, this guy shoots 18 inches. And they are essentially shackled back to these Crisis Bodyguards that are hiding behind this wall. So the Crisis Bodyguards make any character units within 6 inches of them because of their Tau Sept aura expansion untargetable by ranged attacks. Which means that with their marker drones, the battlesuits can move out pretty extensively and really broadcast that threat range across the table. Downside is that they do have to get within 18 inches of you to shoot you, and most armies can close that distance in 1 turn, especially with a charge. Fortunately for Devin, his Vector Maneuvering Thrusters is the special relic for the Tau Sept, which is the sub-faction he's chosen for this list, which not only facilitates that bodyguard combo by increasing the range of the bodyguard aura on the bodyguard battlesuits, but also gives him access to that relic, which allows the commander to move in response to a charge once per charge phase. Which means despite the fact that this guy can move out and potentially harass forward objectives, your opponent has very little way to interact with them. Essentially, you have to shoot psychic spells at him. That's the way you damage that guy. Otherwise, you have to have some very long melee threat ranges and typically multiple charging units in order to actually pin him down in melee. And from there, it's a little difficult to get rid of these commander battlesuits with their marker drones and the potential for savior protocols elsewhere. They can be pretty reliable or pretty resilient.
Mind range of Sagittarum.
So it looks like we're just taking pot shots with
The unit that moved.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
with
shoot
our
it with the Custodes.
smart missiles.
Are these guys with rerolls? Or no, that's
Rerolling ones to hit.
just reroll ones it. Yeah, I'll turn off the rerolls.
You'll turn off the rerolls into them?
Into the shield guard, yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty not great.
Two
Two
wounds?
So Jonathan desperately trying to keep this custodian unit over here alive. Yeah, pings for a damage.
Okay.
That's not worth spending CP right now.
Those guys are holding down objective 5.
It's really not worth spending anything on them because these guys aren't going to do anything either. These guys will, I guess, shoot you.
Okay, so you'll probably have at least 2 at -1 to hit. You'll have all of them at -1 to hit.
Yeah, that's fine. So 4 is because they have the mark light from long strike.
Oh, man.
9 2-ups. Kill one.
Kill a shield guard.
I'll take it.
It was a phenomenal round of smart missile
Res is
shooting.
gonna shoot at
Hot damn.
purple bikes.
All right.
So are they under the Vexel? I don't think so.
Nope.
So 4s. No 6s. Wow.
I do question a little bit not placing the Vexillus on this side of the
Oh, you still hit.
bikes over here.
I still hit a
He
lot.
still would have been character protected and
then
potentially
Tower
hit the
Complaint.
Contemptor and the
fair.
Praetors over here.
7 -1s. Come on, kill a bike.
But this way, he can't access objective 4 pretty easily
Do nothing to a bike.
in case that Allar's Terminator dies.
Yeah. That's my turn, I guess.
Okay.
So Devin, with that
Over to
super
you.
cagey turn, I mean, no reason for Devin to move up the table quite yet. He does have the range advantage on his opponent, so the ball is in Jonathan's court to move up and close that distance, but an entire tower army shooting and killing a single shield guard is not exactly what you want.
You're just gonna have to tell me what all this means because you're gonna say
Yeah,
a bunch of
there's-
words. I'm gonna be like, that sounds Greek, and I have no idea what it means. So
Yeah, basically.
So Garcata for
is
this
this
turn
guy
is
with the
going to
melee
be
weapon?
Callistus 2.
No, it's the other guy.
the other guy's the melee weapon. That
Yeah,
guy.
But you can like run
So
away. with it,
advance
try
and
to charge
shoots.
you, right?
That's the guy who runs away when you charge me.
Yeah, we love that.
So maybe trying to get some
You get line of
Hurricane
sight.
Bolters into these crew back here. We do have individual Hurricane Bolters in a couple of Jonathan's Virtus Praetor units. Not something that we see all the time in Custodes armies. A lot of times you'll see full salvo launchers on those bikes, which give them a pretty hefty anti-tank missile shot. But he has elected to take a couple Hurricane Bolters, not only just to shave points because they are cheaper, but also because he has played against a lot of high model count melee armies with this list. He played against a Thin City style Drukari army, 100 racks running up the table at him in round 1. And round 2, he did play against Ash's Valorous Heart Adeptus Sororitas. And those Hurricane Bolters ended up being absolutely instrumental. At one point, he did actually knock out a unit of Retributors with the Hurricane Bolter shot, which is pretty effective.
I think I'm good, honestly. I don't really want to heroic into you now.
I mean, if you insist.
You mean I don't want to let my commander die for no reason?
Yeah, basically.
Why would I ever want that?
Now, it's important to keep in mind that Jonathan is in, or excuse me, Devin has chosen Monkai as his tactical philosophy, which does mean that his army is going to be more effective as the game goes on. So it might look pretty aggressive on Jonathan's part to push so far up the table this early. But he has to close that distance, and the longer he waits to do that, the more effective Devin is going to be when battle is finally joined. And it looks like what we're going to be doing here is trying to get as much of Jonathan's army inside this dense cover as possible. That's going to make them -1 to be hit from the broadside battle suits. I mean that those guys will do significantly less damage, and especially with Tau emphasis on rerolls, especially rerolls to hit from Commander Shadowsun and the auras off of the standard battlesuit commanders. With Emperor's Auspice available to the Adeptus Custodes, they can prevent enemies from rerolling against them. And alongside that -1 to hit, it means this entire tower army is going to be hitting on 3s or 4s with no rerolls, which means a lot of their hits are going to be soaked up by that forest.
The Alaris.
Oh, did I say Monka, chat?
Just like
I meant Kalyan.
comes up
I
here,
apologize.
drops a banner.
Yeah, makes sense.
We've seen
Advanced
Monka almost every
Vexillus.
game so far with Tau, but
All right, he's going very quick.
we've got Kalyan going on this time. Very disappointing, Salad. There was a prediction. We are 80% in favor of Custodes for today.
5. Yeah, okay. That works. Actually, I'll just reposition this guy a bit.
Sure.
Doesn't need to be all the way over there. Let's do that. These two shield guard will,
Go put a banner up.
yep, and make themselves as low profile as possible.
Yeah, they're a little bit down my list of priorities, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, they're just going to secure all games, so like,
Until I send something over to kill them, but like I think I have a significantly bigger problem to deal with, which is 9 bikes and a Trina Forest.
well, 10 bikes, but
Oh right, yeah, the captain. Sorry, forgot about him.
Now, we do have the salvo launchers on the Virtus Praetors. Obviously, they are going to be a little bit less effective against this Tau build because they're going to be, for the most part, firing into shield drones, which have a good invulnerable save and are basically ablative wounds for the broadside battlesuits. But we do have kind of such a critical mass of salvo launchers and hurricane bolters over here that there is a non-zero chance we're going to be able to knock out a couple of these drones, and that just makes it much easier to kill these broadside battlesuits once battle is joined. And as we saw in Mumukau's game with Devon, those battlesuits, they don't survive too long once they're stuck in with an Adeptus Custodes army. Even just a couple of characters were able to cleave through a battlesuit team relatively quickly once those shield drones went down. But the tough part is getting rid of all the shield drones.
you can basically get to where this guy is.
One more weird thing with broadsides. As long as there's a drone left in the unit, you can't tangle with them because the drones have fly.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think I'll be...
I don't think it'll come up, but like in case it does,
Yeah, fair
better
enough.
state that now before you move in such a way where you would be doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so blue should not be at the line of sight to the Dreadnought. But, I mean, you probably don't even want to shoot the Dreadnought.
Again,
But,
the Dreadnought's a little bit down the list of priorities.
yeah, I think we
Like
just...
maybe Long Strike puts a shot into him. That's like about the only thing that potentially would maybe want to shoot at him.
Yeah.
Also, the bikes are like way scarier at this point
Yes,
in the game. So,
they are, yes. Because they have a lot more movement.
yes. Also, way
Um,
scarier in melee.
I mean, I probably shoot you with Zags, right? But then I just lose a squad. But I mean, you just want to be shooting at bikes anyway, so probably you don't shoot at them. Sure. There's no way we can get in the big shot range.
In the good range now.
So I'll just move it back first, just to see if I have to advance. I do have to.
You do have to advance. Not like you care
3
about that.
inches. No, because I counted stationary ones. But just wanted to check for what it's worth.
That's fair enough. Always good to ask questions.
That's okay. Seems fine. These guys will just kind of shuffle over, stay in cover. I'll advance Trajan. Dice, please. 5, so we can go 11.
Yep.
7 there. 1 more here. Let's look at lookout, sir. And then he'll just kind of do.
So aggressive positioning
Great
out of
drawing.
these Sagittarium Custodians as well. But again, what we want to be doing with those guys is trying to knock the shield drones out of these broadside units. The awkward part
That's our movement phase.
about
so-
engaging into these battlesuit units is that the save allocation is totally under control of the tap player, which makes them but much more difficult to kill than you would expect.
Banner.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So let's start out with.
So we have banners down on all the Custodians objectives.
Guess we'll just do Sags first, maybe. What's this guy's range looking like? No, that guy's pretty far out. So let's do these green bikes first. So everything into the red broadsides.
So what's that? 1 Hurricane and 2 Salvos?
Sure is.
Hurricane's taking the force penalty.
You betcha. So 4 hits and 5s, yeah.
3. Wow.
3 wounds, nice.
Put it on drones behind the wall so they get
Yep.
light cover.
Because they get the infantry keyword, because
Of reasons, yes.
that's so dumb.
They're good.
Oh my god. And then we
Oh,
got
they're not
Salvon.
infantry, they just treat themselves as infantry for dealing with terrain.
Fair enough. 2 wounds. Or no, because you're T5. Of
Yep,
course.
just 1 wing from Salvos.
Yeah.
Which is also going to be on a Frisbee,
Mm-hmm.
because it has to be. Has to be. I don't know why I would put it on a broadside anyway. Frisbee's good.
Alright. Off to a great start. Let's put Sags into them now.
9 shots from heavy bolt.
Yep. So 2s. We reroll 1s.
Thank you, Trajan.
And 4s. And we reroll 1s. That many at -1.
So I can't lose all the drones here, which is good.
And they're 2 damage each.
Yeah, so just kill shield drones, everyone that goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Nor would I ever take them on broadsides because I don't want to get salvoed. One dead drone.
All right.
Good save so far. Oof.
Cool. What's that?
You got some more salvos, I guess.
I mean, I'll just do the Vexillus first.
Oh yeah, he's a gun too, doesn't he?
One shot.
Is he taking the tree penalty?
Sure
Doesn't
is.
matter. No wound.
This guy's doing an action. This guy's on range. Oh boy.
Yeah, not a good turn of shooting so far from our Custodes friends. Only a single shield drone killed between the Sagittarum and the incidental shooting.
And we reroll 1s and 5s. 2.
2 wounds, so just do 3 ups on a frisbee.
Mm-hmm.
Go, go, little frisbee. Frisbee takes a wound.
Okay. And the salvos. We reroll 1s.
Yep. And 3s.
And yeah, 3s.
2 wounds. Alrighty. 2 4
Can
goals
we
on prone.
kill some drones?
You can kill the wounded
Kill
drone.
1. We love that. And then the purple squad, just same thing.
Just 3 salvos.
Yeah, 3 salvos.
Yep. Go for it.
We hit them all.
You wound
We
1.
wound once.
This is just not your shooting phase. Frisbee. Frisbee dies.
Yay, we killed 3 drones with my entire army.
You kill 24 points of shield drones.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. 36 points of shield drones.
Even better. Alright, just the shield captain left then, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
He missed. Alright, cool.
Awesome. My turn?
Oh boy. Yeah, pretty much. Nothing can charge, just be all advanced, and yeah. Over to you.
Alrighty.
Oof. So not a great shooting phase there. I mean, we were hoping potentially that some shield drones would get taken out by all this shooting. Unfortunately, Custodes, well, their shooting is good, especially at clearing tanks. It's not phenomenal anti-infantry shooting. So we can't expect too much from them. Yeah, get those womp womps in chat there. There is a universe where the shield drones get knocked out by Sagittarum and the incidental 2 damage attacks, and then salvo launchers go into the broadsides and start to deal some real damage. But I think it's unlikely that we saw any broadsides dead there. But Jonathan would certainly have liked to have seen more broadsides killed.
I think just hitting on 4s is probably better. They will take the reroll all wounds buff, though.
Sure.
Shadow Sun will put her Chapter Master onto that same unit as well.
Okay.
For all that's going to make a difference. Long Strike will marker light. I don't really know. I'll put it on blue, I guess. So they already have the token on them. And then Darkstrider actually gets to do something now. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Right, Darkstrider. Which unit has all the salvo launchers in it?
Purple.
Purple. Well, I'm gonna make green shoot purple better.
Okay.
Believe they can.
Plus 1 to wound thing.
Believe they can all see. Yes, they can. Excellent.
Okay.
And then we'll start moving. Start that sweet movement phase.
Mm-hmm.
So my blue unit, I believe they can all just see your blue unit.
Sure can.
The smart missiles are, one of them is in range. Just one though. Barely. Almost. And then the other smart missiles can just, shoot sags or something. Long Strike wants to make somebody go away. And then Shadow Sun probably just wants to just get within 24 of some person. Yeah, that looks good. She'll just make it so she's just within 24 of green as well.
Okay.
And her drones will just come up. She'll have to advance. Oh no, she does care. Will this be unit coherency? Can I make this legal? No, so she's gonna have to advance. That's fine.
Okay.
Not that she's pretty far down the line of benefiting from marker lights anyway, so not really a big deal. You guys ignore all hit modifiers. This commander wants to be nowhere near. You're not able to Praetorian plate here.
Mm-hmm.
So basically just this guy has to run away, and I just need to just stay within 18 of you. Probably the green unit. Yeah, I'll just do that, I think. He's just going to back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Just wants to stay within 18 and line of sight of green. That look good too?
Oh yeah. If you're trying to draw to the second bike.
No, I'm trying to draw to the first bike because I'm not in range of the
Oh
second
yeah,
bike.
yeah. You're good.
We're good? All right, perfect. Just wanted to double check before I moved. This guy wants to knock a Praetorian Bladed.
I guess that's fair.
For very understandable reasons, I would think. So it's 5.6 for the Praetorian Plate.
Something like that, yeah.
That's exactly 5.6. This is my 6th game against him this week. I've gotten very good at measuring the ranges on that. Yeah, he's just gonna stay here.
Sure.
And he'll be able to shoot green as well. I know you guys within 18 of green. No, but I'll just do it with him. It's fine. Believe that is that as far as everything is concerned. The Kroot are not really in a position where they want to come out and play with you. Mostly because they just suck at doing everything. This bodyguard will just shove himself up a little bit. You can get within 18 of blue. Ugh, here you. 19.5. No, it's not gonna work. I'd love to do it with them, but I can't. I could just do it to blue, though. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do marker lights. So obviously the drones are marker lighting. We are going to do... Let's see here. How do I want to do this? So they always have a marker light. We'll do these 2 drones. I will put 1 into green, 1 into purple.
Okay.
So into green. Nope. Into purple. Nope. Okay. Awesome. The other 2 drones will do the same thing. So into green.
First. Yeah.
And then purple. Hit them both. Okay. And then Darkstrider's marker light will go into purple. Because I don't know if I'm going to kill blue. I'll mess blue up, though. Yeah, I'll put it into purple from Darkstrider.
Okay.
And he hits.
Okay.
So that's 2 on purple, 1 on green. Cool. Awesome. So we will do... So blue has nothing on them. So I'm going to spend 1 CP for the bodyguards and this Cold Star Commander. They're both within 18 of blue, so they're going to get +1 AP with all their guns, but they can only shoot at blue.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with the
So before we get started, remind me again. So you have reroll all hits on red.
On red.
And they can reroll wounds, but only if they're 12 inches, so that won't be working.
That's irrelevant at this point in time.
Okay. And then green has +1 to wound on purple.
Correct. And then blue always counts as having a marker light.
Got it. Okay. Sure.
Cool. So I'm going to start with the 2 bodyguards are going to shoot at blue.
With their AFPs.
With their reverse projectors.
Okay, here we go, chat. I think this game is going to mostly be decided by this shooting phase. We have the absolute might of the Tau firepower all bearing down on these Virtus Praetors. If the invulnerable saves can hold true, and that certainly wasn't a great start to that shooting phase, if the invulnerable saves hold true, and the Virtus Praetors are able to get out of this without losing too many models, we certainly have a game. And they can get into the heart of the Tau Empire lines and start removing their control of objectives and start engaging those broadside battle suits. If things go poorly for Jonathan here, though, his army is only composed of about 20 models. So if those invulnerable saves don't hold strong, it's gonna be a quick one.
Cool. So we'll do the hitting on 3.
Why is it 12?
I have 2 burst cannons.
Oh, these are the normal ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay. And then the high up herd is the
correct.
Gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha.
So these went on 5s. Rerolling all. So that's going to be 6 saves. So 2 go through.
Yep.
And then we have...
Oh, they're only AP1, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
These are the AP2 ones coming up now.
Got it.
2 misses as well. All hit. And then rerolling all of these. These are AP2.
Alright, 4 ups. Okay. Lose a bike and 1 takes... That was blue, right?
That was blue, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I want a +1 to wound on blue? Not at this time, no. Shadow Sun will shoot blue.
Okay, and she has meltas, right?
Yeah, she has the 2 multi-guns and she has the autocannon thing.
Okay.
So the multi-guns, both hit.
Mm-hmm.
Wounding on 3s. Toss-up reroll. Good job, Shadow Sun. Missiles, both hit. Both wound, 2 AP1s.
3 ups. Take 2.
For 2 damage.
Okay.
Cool. We will do... I could just pop it with Long Strike, probably. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do this Crisis Commander. Actually, we'll do these guys here because they can really only see there. So we'll do these 3 broadsides. Are just going to dump everything into blue.
Sure.
That's in range, obviously, and the SMS will go into them. 'Cause it's the only thing that they can do with it. So the railguns hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Tower roll here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right. Cool.
and then these wound on 3s. That's going to be 6 involves and 6 mortal wounds.
Cool. All right. They're dead.
Real
They're
quick,
dead,
did we coordinate an engagement on the bodyguard unit?
Yeah.
That's not
It-
illegal play. You can't do that.
It does not need line of sight, to my knowledge.
It does.
Does it?
Yes. Yeah. In fact,
Oh, I thought it didn't.
In fact, I believe the enemy unit needs line of sight to both of the units that you choose for that.
Oh, I didn't think it did. If
I
it's
mean,
okay
it didn't
with-
matter. The unit's still dead. Like,
Yeah, because if it's
They got very
okay,
much
if
overkill.
it's okay with Trevi and Jonathan, and just so we don't have to go back and just redo things, I would just move them out, do it, and then spend a CP just to move them back,
sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
if that's fine.
Yep.
Actually, I don't. I'm not sure that works because I don't believe Strike and Fade chooses you to shoot.
Yeah, it does. You have to shoot immediately.
Right. No, but you aren't selected to shoot, which is the timing on coordinated engagement.
Can we pause the clock while we figure this out?
Or I guess coordinated engagement is before you select a unit to shoot.
Yes.
No, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I guess you could use.
Okay,
that
so I'm
before
just
Strike and Fade.
so I'm just gonna spend the CP just to do
Sure.
that. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do green into your purple, or no, green had the +1 to wound, or did purple have the +1 to wound?
Green had +1. Green
my-
had +1 to wound in purple.
All right. Oh, sorry. I got to do my SMS into your
Oh yeah.
into your
Yep.
shield. Still -1 to hit 'cause I'm shooting through the trees, but I
Sure.
ignore that with the marker light, so I'm back to hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Well, that's better than last time. The
Just a
3,
smidge.
just a smidge. And then these wound you on 4s. And then I'll just towel, or no, I use the tower reroll earlier.
Yeah, you've already used it.
Yeah, there we go. So 12, 2 ups, take 2 wounds.
Alright.
We'll do green next. Green will just put everything into your green.
Okay.
I believe I'll just double check a range on the SMS. Yep, they're all in.
So, don't they only have +1 to wound into purple though? You gave the green squad +1 to wound against the purple squad.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said +1 for your green. Sorry. They'll shoot
No.
the one they have +1 to wound on. My apologies.
Then I will transhuman.
You will transhuman purple? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. So we'll start the railguns.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, and rerolling 1 for Tau.
Mm-hmm.
So these miss. The 6 auto wounds. These
Yep.
wound on 4s. So it's going to be 3 involves and 3 mortal wounds.
Fail 1.
Fail 2.
CP reroll 1.
Sure.
I need to roll for my Trajan things too. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Fail both. I do
And
get a
you-
CP back from the Trajan.
you
Yeah.
got one.
Okay. So roll your damage.
Cool. So the first one,
Mm-hmm.
3 plus you're dead.
Well, save's
I
not
will
going.
CP that.
Sure.
Not going great so far for Jonathan.
You're dead.
Okay.
And then the
First
second
guy
one
goes down to
Mhm.
rail rifle.
kills you as well.
Second
And then
goes
3 mortal
to
wounds to the
rail
last one.
rifle. Oof.
Oh, that's not too many dice. I take 2.
Cool.
All right.
And then 24 smart missiles into
Mm-hmm.
them. Rerolling 1s.
Mm-hmm.
And then these wound on 4s because I have the +1 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 dozen or 14 3 ups.
Okay, that seems
So-
about average. All right.
They're dead. Awesome. We'll do the Crisis Commander. He is going to shoot green with everything.
Sure.
He has 1 reroll to hit or wound.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Cool. So we will overcharge the Cyclux and hopefully not roll 5 ones like the last time he showed that. So hitting you on 3s? Yeah. Or 2s because of the Marker Light.
Oh my god!
So I'm going to reroll one of these.
Yeah.
So he's taking 2 wounds.
Okay.
And then these wound on 3s. So that's going to be
That looks like a bunch of
many
ones there,
4-ups because they're -2.
There must have been other
You've already
dice
CP'd
in
anyway, so it doesn't
the
matter.
on the dice bank there, chat. I thought that was a
So
million
1
ones.
dead bike and 1 takes 2 wounds.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And then we have the DWO2
Yikes.
burst cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 4s for this. 2 at -1. 1 more damage.
Not make save.
And then he took 2 wounds. So I'll just put the 2 wounds on him. And then I will spend 2 CP. Do I get either of them back at the Pure Tide chip? I do. For +1 wound on green.
Mm-hmm.
Red's going to shoot now.
Okay.
So he is being protected by the Dreadnought. Long Strike still has a shot into... Can't see the Dread.
No.
There's a guy with 2 wounds left in that unit.
Sure is.
So we have 1 rail rifle that cannot see the Gladys. Or no, I can't see the
No,
Gladys.
that one can. Yeah. You're good.
Okay.
You're good with that one.
And then we got Long Strike, and you're basically just down to... Sure, yeah, we'll do the rail guns.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Gladys isn't a problem right now. The shield captain's not dying anyway. So, and these Sagittarum are annoying, but not really that big of an issue. I will put the rail guns into the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to do, I think, the safety play right now and just put everything into the bikes.
From whom? The red?
From red, yeah.
Right,
Red
might as
has...
well turn off your rerolls.
Sure. Is there still a mark light on them? There is not. So I'm hitting you on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a guy with 2 wounds left, correct?
Sure do.
So I will fire the smart missiles first.
Yeah, so we're really going to be leaning on that advanced targeting system here. Hoping to roll some 6s. Because the just generic 5s to hit will suck. Only 4 hits with the
on a 4 because I'm +1 wound.
with the missiles.
Why are these guys +1 to wound?
The stratagem.
No, that was on the purple squad.
Dark Strider is on the purple squad. I spent 2 CP to put +1 to wound on green after they took wounds from the Crisis Commander.
Okay, they take 1.
Alright, well, I was hoping, honestly, that would have just killed him, but... Yeah, well. It is what it is, right? 5s for these. 2 hits, no 6s, sadly. And then 2s, because I'm +1.
Right.
So 2
Yep.
hits.
Alright, so he
So
dies.
he's dead, and
takes
then 2
2
Philippines
rolls.
on him.
Yep. He takes 1.
Cool. Long Strike. Long Strike will just SMS, try and kill that last little wounded Sentinel Guard there, and he'll put the Railgun into Big Bad up there.
Sure.
Just go do the SMS first, because I can't roll into a green guy anyway, so none of this is actually relevant. Hitting you on something. Am I shooting through the forest? I don't believe so.
No.
Nope. So I'm hitting you on 3s, not that it mattered. And then I'm wounding you on 4s.
This looks like there's a question in chat about the rail rifle mortal wound. Any automatic or an automatic wound is considered a successful wound roll. So you do get the mortal wound as well.
A little bit.
A little bit. You don't owe me morale because you're
So
losing
that is all the
civilian.
bikers then,
I
unfortunately.
score no other points. It's your turn.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if we can manage to do something. Probably not. I'd be willing to bet that this game is very much over, but we'll see. So let's see. I guess we just go into the next one, or I think we just switch up the order, maybe. I mean, there's like no way I can even get one of these guys in the melee with you because they're on the other side of the table. So, I don't even know at this point. We can definitely just blend it in, but then we just die next turn. Probably.
Almost definitely. Also, don't forget starting next turn I can fall back and shoot.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the only way I get back in this game at this point. So like, let's just go for it.
He's just gonna go try and murder some crew.
Sure is. Oh, I have to do my thing.
Yes.
I guess I'll just do like.
You're gonna use trade.
I mean,
to switch up.
there's not even a point. Like, there's no. Neither of these help me at this point. I'll just. I'll take the extra shots. Woohoo!
All the arc weapons, yes.
Yeah. This guy has no legal charges because you will just run away from me because.
That is the idea.
Fun in the draft. And there's no way I can get into Kroot because they're behind the wall, probably.
He doesn't have enough attacks because he has a salvo. Yeah, he has a salvo, and he doesn't have enough attacks to kill the Kroot anyway. So.
Sure doesn't. But maybe they'll fail morale, but you'll just auto pass them. But that's okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like there's literally nothing I can do. Like what do I do?
Chad, it's in the rules term glossary. An automatic wound roll is or a weapon that automatically wounds makes wound rolls that are automatically successful. It's the same for automatic hits. That's been coming up recently because of the Death Watch extremis ability or stratagem, where your successful hit rolls are automatic wounds. And whether or not automatic hits count as successful hit rolls, which they do. It's all in the rules term glossary. Turns out a lot of rules questions can be answered by the rules term glossary. Pretty handy dandy document.
He is probably just going to eat a railgun from long strike. That is very likely.
Yeah. So like, you know what? Here's just advance, whatever.
Sure.
3. So we can go 12 inches. I will get some engage points. Yay me. Let's do that, I guess. Let's advance to Maxilis for 2, so we can go 8. I mean, I guess he just comes this way. 5 there, and then 3 to there. Alright. Seems fine.
The points don't matter here, chat. No, this is a single elimination game. So at the end of this game, whoever wins will be first, and whoever loses will be second.
Alright, let's just advance him, whatever. 2 inches.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, there's no reason to call the game too early. You do have an army made up of invulnerable saves, and there is even if there is a minuscule chance that you can make an infinite number of invulnerable saves, you might as well try to take that.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do my pitiful shooting phase. Not 15 inches. So let's just dump our stuff into them.
Go for it.
Because we can. 2s. We reroll 1s. Oh, I deleted 4 1s. Or actually, it's 3s because I advanced. And I don't have the stance anymore.
Oh, that stance, correct.
Alright. 3 wounds. Take that. Can I kill the shield drones?
TTS40k.com/maps will get you to the map list, chat, for the season. We're doing it. We've almost killed one broadside unit worth of shield drones. Incredible. Good show from the Adeptus Custodes.
And he kills a crew.
Murders the ever-living crap out of one of them. If I kill this one, does it make your charge longer? Probably.
I think I have to go 4 anyways to get around.
Well, it doesn't matter. I wasn't on the objective.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm off second, you're not, so.
Alright. Fun shooting phase. Let's charge.
Yeah, come get me, Bike Captain.
He's just gonna charge the fruit.
He sure is.
Oh no!
We're gonna CP reroll that.
The Bike Captain Snake Eyes is his charge roll? Not like this.
I think that is probably not enough.
No, because it's 4.
Are you kidding me?
It was 4 direct, meaning you have to go around the wall.
3 to there, and then
and 1 just misses his charge with a reroll.
Cool, nice job, Shield Captain. Alright.
Alright.
That's the other turn.
The Kroot actually can't fail morale because they're only leadership 6.
Good old random charges, chat. Feels good, right? Oh boy. Wow. That was very exciting. Custodes' turn.
Cool. Well, I will put reroll all hits onto green. I will put reroll all wounds onto red. Longstrike will put his marker light on blue again. And Darkstrider will give... what the hell can he see?
Yeah, get those womp womps in chat
The
there.
Bike Captain.
Sure can.
He'll give green +1 with the Bike Captain.
Sure.
Or maybe he'll do it to blue, actually. He'll give blue. No, blue can see the Sash Tower. So yeah, I'll do it with green.
Well, we're on plan. Make every single invulnerable save now. Here we go. I think maybe we... I guess the Virtus Praetor or the Vexillus Praetor was out. You could have tried to make a charge into the ruin. It would have been tough because I don't know if we could have fit into the wall. But yeah, we needed a couple of bikes to survive. Potentially get some models back. Yeah, get those. There's those womp womps. Get some models back into this ruin to make things difficult for the broadsides to see you. But unfortunately, was not to be. So,
Everything out. Yeah, she's in range for everything anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. And Monster can see the Dreadnought, and that's the important thing. Okay. Yeah. You might need to do something else. He's gonna go touch the wall, just give himself some shooting options.
Sure.
Cool.
Thanks for all the womp womps, chat. I'm sure Jonathan appreciates the solidarity. Question in chat about what the Custodes player could have done differently. I don't think he has much play. To be fair, I mean, it's a gunline army that's going to stand as far back as it possibly can and sit there and shoot. It is facilitated a little bit by the mission. This is a very passive mission, which tends to make the game, I guess, last a little bit longer. But unfortunately for a gunline army like Tau, where its frontline units are also the shooting battery, which is not really an archetype that you see very often in 40k. It can literally just stay on its deployment line and keep shooting, so you have to close that distance. Keeping a Vexillus Praetor unit back just means that the Vexillus Praetors in the front are going to get killed, and then you have to make the same trek with the other Vexillus Praetor unit.
Well, I can declare that at any point. That doesn't have to be the start of the phase, so it actually makes 0 difference one way or the other. Yeah, well, I guess let's just get this
Tau
over
went
and
first,
done
Jeff.
Fire away.
Longstrike is going to
We are
put his smart missiles into these two over here, and he's going to railgun the Dreadnought.
Sure.
So the railgun hitting on a 3 because of the marker light.
Top of 2.
Hits. And it kills you on a 2.
Is that right?
Kills you.
Bottom of
Oh,
2.
it doesn't kill.
Or no, sorry, he doesn't. You have the field pains and all that. Right.
Sure do.
So you
Sound
take
like
6. So basically 9 because everything's the same. 10. Hang on. I'm going to CP that. I want you dead.
Sure.
So you take 11 wounds in total.
So it's...
Yeah, I don't know if first versus second player really made a huge difference here, to be honest, chat. The Tau went first, and they killed a single custodian guard. And I think this fight happens a turn earlier if the Tau go second, right? Because the Virtus Praetors run up, and then the Tau do the same thing. The Tau player literally moved like a single unit, essentially, and the rest of his army stayed put. And on his first turn, so the game state currently, I don't think is really impacted by first versus second. The mission is hold 1 to score 5, hold 2 to score 10. Yeah.
You have the long strike marker light, so you're not burning anything. Green was +1 to win the Bike Captain, so we'll just do that now. Green will shoot the Bike Captain with the railguns. I'll put 2 of the smart missiles into the Dreadnought, and I'll put 1 of the SMS into the Bike Captain.
Okay, so sorry. So railguns into the Bike Captain.
So railguns and 1 twin SMS into the Bike Captain, and then the
Okay.
other SMS into the Dreadnought.
Okay, and this is not the squad with full rerolls and stuff.
No, they have full reroll hits.
Oh, that's on them this time.
Yes.
That's on
Red is full reroll wounds.
Got it. Okay, so I'll turn off rerolls and I'll transhuman him.
On the Bike Captain?
Sheep. I get my CP.
Cool. So it's going to be I'll just do the 16 SMS into the Dreadnought, because it's the only place I can use my rerolls anyway. So hitting you on 4s, because of thing. I wound you on 5, so I will just reroll the misses. And then these wound on 5s. And I get my tower reroll here.
I'd be willing to bet that this is a dead Dreadnought.
Those 6s were explodings too. Not that it mattered.
Yeah,
He's dead anyway. He's dead anyway.
Does he go boom? Nope.
Nope. So into the bike cappy. That's going to be 8 SMS. Hitting on 3s because of the Marklight.
Yep.
And then winning you on 5s. 2 wounds.
5 to feel pain. He's okay.
He's alright. And then 6 railguns into him. 2 missed, 6 is automatically wound. And you transhuman, correct?
Yep.
So just the 2. Yep.
4 ups. 4 ups. 4
Good.
ups. Come on.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Oh, he
Bike
takes 2
Captain.
mortals, right?
And he takes 2 mortals as well.
He takes 1.
Yeah, 1 damage.
Wow, my
Boss.
shield captain actually can take a hit this time. Unlike the last 2 games where he just instantly died. Except my bikes instantly died this time, so
that's
I
fair.
guess it's...
So that was green done. So red has the full wound rerolls within 12, which is irrelevant because nothing is within 12. And you turned off reroll. So I will... I'm going to railgun him. Maybe I'll just do these sibs first. Nah, I'd rather hold on to you. We'll do the Cold Star, because he's the only thing within 12. Get that out of the way. Do I want to do coordinated engagement this turn? Could just do it with the 2 commanders. Yeah, I'll put AP on the guns. So we'll do coordinated engagement with the 2 commanders into the bike captain for 1 CP.
Okay.
So
we're starting with purple?
Yeah, we're starting with purple.
Okay. And his stuff is strength 5 and 4, right?
Yeah, strength 4 on the flamer, strength 5 on the
Oh, -1 strength to you for what it's worth.
Sure. So the flamer is winning on 6s now. Alrighty. So we'll do the AP now AP2 burst cannon. Hitting on 2s. The 6s explode because of thing. And then winning on 5s. That's going to be 5 at -2.
And then 1 damage, right?
Yep, 1 damage a pop, so take 2
Takes
wounds. Then we have the 12 shots from the regular burst cannons. Same thing, 2s. 2 more hits. That's 5 more -1s. Take another wound. So he's down to 5 now, and then we have the
Stay strong, Captain.
D6 plus 2 shots in the flamer. Just the 1. Hitting on 2s. They just all hit because the 6 explodes.
Yep.
And nothing.
Right, yeah, because it's strength 3 now, yeah.
Gets a strength 3, yep. Sip guy. Yeah, he'll overcharge. Screw it, why not?
I like it.
And before I roll 5 1s.
You only roll 4 1s, actually.
Oh yeah, he took 2 wounds last turn. Never mind. I'm going to fire the burst cannon first before I accidentally kill myself. 2s. So they all hit because the 6 explodes. And then when you on 5s now, because these are strength 6. 3 AP1s. And no feel no pains against these.
Oh, right, yeah, because it's a special one.
It's a special burst cannon. Yeah.
Out of 3.
And then that's going to be 9 shots from the sibs. Okay, I didn't kill myself. That's good. That's good. Good job, buddy.
Almost.
Almost did it, but not quite. And I get 1 extra hit. And then winning you on 3s.
AP, what was this?
AP2, or AP3 right now, technically.
Okay, well, 2. There were 2 damage each, right?
2 damage each, yeah. So 2 more feelings.
He's dead.
Awesome.
Oh no!
Alright.
Good job, you 2.
Bike Captain.
I mean, we can probably just call it there. Like,
If you want to call it here.
there's
that's fine.
literally nothing I can
Did
do.
not
Like,
make it.
Yeah, I'm
through.
just going to delete your Sag, delete your banner, and then I literally just sit here and score.
Looks like we're gonna get a
Pretty
talk out
much.
there.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
there it
the only
is,
chance is
chat. Devin Swan, T5S2 Season 4 Invitational Champion.
Yeah, this is the single worst mission for this matchup in the game.
Yeah, no, it's the most non-interactive mission for the most non-interactive army.
Yep. Like, I can't even, like, force you to fight me in the middle. for anything.
Well, you had to YOLO up, because if you stay back, I just outscore you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I can, if I can't do to the last, because like the moment the bikes leave cover, they die.
Yeah.
I can't do
This was, I believe,
minimize losses because you just pick off
top
enough
of 3.
Smaller
custodian
units
squads over the course of the game to deny
Yep.
that, or to even just deny 5 points, and then that's all it needs. Like
And
even
then-
going second, like I can't deny you primary because like
No.
there's no mid-board ruins to hide behind for me to
Yeah, that was top of
You know,
3, chat.
jump off into your deployment zone.
Yeah.
There is nothing to do.
You basically just had to do what you did, YOLO all the bikes up, and then hope to God
Yep.
you lived.
Yeah, pretty much. I was really hoping to go up against the triple storm surge.
I'm
because-
sure, because that would have been a much better game for you.
Yes. Most
Prob-
certainly.
Definitely still very difficult.
Oh, 100%.
But that was a lot better than this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Alrighty, well, that was quick. So
Yeah,
I guess I
there
just
you go.
score.
Devin.
So I score 97, I guess, for whatever that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no way I don't score at least 15 at least once. That's going to be 15 TTLs.
No retrieval. Why are you such a
I mean,
dumb...
if it's any consolation, this mission is basically not the same anymore.
Well, I mean, it is.
Yeah, but it doesn't have minimized losses in it. and-
Well, I mean, it essentially, like, your list would play the exact same because it's
Oh, yeah, I would do
you get
literally
points
the
for
same thing.
killing things. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
it may as well be the same thing. Like,
Yeah, that's actually a fair point to make, yeah. And you'll score some banners, but that's the point.
no,
The
it doesn't matter.
the numbers don't matter at any
Nope.
for any reason.
Nope.
Well, thank you for the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Tower, stupid.
can't say I enjoyed playing against Tau, but, it is what it is.
Well, the book is dumb. It is what it is. Until it gets
Yeah.
fixed.
A little bit dumb. Very dumb, actually.
It's incredibly stupid. I'm 100% in agreement with that.
I don't think there's one redeeming quality of the book, I'll be honest.
I mean, I like them.
I'm sure.
I just hope they
Alright.
stay busted until August, so I can at least play this at the WTC and get to.
I hope you
Dumpster
are
heap.
incorrect, because if they do, then we would have some very, very big problems on our hands.
Or at least stay busted until the rules cut off for that event. That's all I hope for, which I think is in July sometime.
I pray that it doesn't. Because I will not be playing 40k in 2 months if that doesn't get changed. Like,
Oh well. Alrighty,
unless Trevi decides to ban Tau, and then in which case, I might come back.
fine. Eldar is worse than this.
Well, we
so-
didn't ban AdMech, so somehow we made it through like 18 months of AdMech or whatever it was.
True.
have like 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, you say Aldar's gonna be busted, but like, I mean, they look strong, but we don't know.
They're very
I'm-
strong. They're
I'm
very
pretty sure Tau just also dumpsters them still.
strong. That's
mean, we'll
not
see.
settled yet. The jury's still out on that.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
see.
have to play test it before I can say one way or the other.
Yeah. All right. Well, any questions, Trevi?
Well, first off, Devin, congratulations on taking it down.
Thank you.
T5S2 Season 4 Invitational Champion.
Woo!
So can we get some congrats to Devin in chat there? If anybody has any questions to the players, go ahead and throw them in. I think there were a couple questions about for Jonathan about the maximum Virtus Praetors, essentially, and whether or not you considered taking a slightly more infantry focused, or I guess a more sort of balanced approach.
I don't think so, because, well, generally speaking, yes, you could do that, but with all 3 missions being like essentially short table edge deployments, you, and knowing you're probably going to play Tau at some point, you kind of need the mobility.
Sure.
Otherwise, they're just going to sit in the deployment zone all game and shoot you before you can get to them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because like if you play like the 30 Sentinel Guard list, you walk up the board and just get railgunned out of existence before you get anywhere near them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. I
Yeah,
think
as
definitely
we saw,
fair.
the defensive buffs only go so far
Right.
when you have Tau on the other side of the
Yeah.
table. Like,
Well, also, like, you can only transhuman one. You can only turn off rerolls on one unit.
Yeah.
And then there's a third unit that's just like, oh, crap.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So do you think that there is a composition of Adeptus Custodes that can sort of, I guess, fight what is, relatively a stand-up fight against the Tau army? Or do you
I
have
think
to
that
have...
I think this matchup is doable on other missions.
Sure. Yeah.
This
100%.
mission is just literally the worst.
This was the best mission. Like, honestly, like, when I was considering playing Tau and I saw, oh, grand final game is retrieval, I'm like, oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Like, if there was even, like if you took this, like, these ruins and rotated them 90 degrees and moved them, like, here, then I might have a shot. Because then I can, put the bikes behind the wall and then move out and charge their deployment zones. But as is, it's like, okay, I just have to move it to the table and hope I roll 4-ups.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think at that point, like, there are counterplays that I could do hypothetically in that scenario, but it would be a much more dynamic game.
For sure. Crush Full asking, what's your MVP and LVP? And I guess we can extend that to across your list in general, not necessarily just this game.
My MVP?
Yeah.
Bodyguards. That rule is so broken.
Yeah. It's pretty dumb.
That's pretty dumb.
Just a little bit.
Because with them, you just get so much mileage out of all your characters. Because, like, now Long Strike's unshootable. Now I can daisy this Crisis Commander with the Vector Thrusters on an objective, and he just can't interact with them. Because you can't shoot him if you charge him, he just runs away. And then you put a unit out to be like, I'm going to get you. You can't. And then it's like, oh, well, I guess they just die now.
Yeah. It's like smites or go home.
Yeah, that's literally the only
You have to
option.
smite through 8 wounds, which is still...
And, like, the other problem with Tau is, like, with all these rail rifles, I have almost as much mortal wound output as, like, a 1,000 Suns Psyker army.
Mm-hmm.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it's 18 shots and each of them deals a mortal wound, right? So
each of them deals a mortal and wound, and then there's 3 from the railgun.
strike, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't think I had, like, a bad unit pick. Like, honestly, like, once they fix Bodyguard, assuming they do, to make it not work on Long Strike, he gets taken out of the list, because there's no point in having him if you can't protect him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just replaced by Space Pulp and 10 Pathfinders.
Sure.
But, yeah. Like, everything, like, just works so well together with this.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a well-oiled machine, for sure. And I know you mentioned that you played a bunch of games this week with this list on the lead-up, so...
Yeah.
I think that does come across, definitely.
Like, honestly, like, I didn't want to clock out, and, like, the first game took, like, 3 hours to get through 4 turns.
Right.
Because I was, like, looking things up in the book, and I was a little bit slow with my decision-making, but it was a practice game, so that was to be expected, and then I got faster as I got more practice with it. It also helps that I played the crap out of 9 Broadsides back in 8th.
Sure.
So I already knew, basically, the general idea about how it worked. It's just, like, your target priority is a little bit different because of how Marker Lights work now, and you have to be a little bit more careful with some other things because you don't have the giant Overwatch castle.
Mm-hmm.
But in other ways, it's a lot better because
it also just generally plays the same because you just kind of park them in shooting lanes and say, "Come at me."
Yeah,
like,
run at me.
Yeah.
And if you fail your charges at -2, like, you're just screwed. Because they can use that -2 charge stratagem. Like, if they made the -2 charge stratagem fly only, like, that would basically restricted it to, like, the crisis suits.
Yeah, it's a little
like,
weird that the ones without repulsors can use the repulsor strat.
Yeah.
Which is dumb. I have no idea.
Well, maybe it's because the drone's there. The drone's like, get out of here.
I don't know how it
Get
makes
out of here,
sense,
Charger.
but that is what it is. But yeah.
Jonathan, what about you? Tell us about your list.
I
MVP,
mean,
LVP.
the SAGs were the LVP. They did like nothing all tournament. Yeah, I probably dropped them and take, like, I don't know, even just like another Sword and Board squad or something.
Sure.
This one guys are a pain to remove.
And then the MVP, like, I mean, everybody else kind of did their job. Oh, no, the bike captain is the LVP, actually. He did literally nothing every single game. He whiffed on Drazhar. He whiffed on, what's her name? Kaigan and Stern.
Mm-hmm.
And then he failed a 4-inch or 5-inch charge and just instantly died every single game. He's the LVP, 100%.
Yeah, he definitely...
He did nothing.
Do you think that a potentially... just forgetting the Shadowkeeper's special, like, build for him with the Stasis Oubliette and Lock Warden, and taking, like, more of a regular build where he's like got tip of the spear and
Tactic 196
some
height.
other,
I mean,
the normal stuff, I guess, for the bike captain.
Well, I mean, tip of the spear is like, if I had the 50 points, I would have taken it. Right?
Sure.
And like I could have taken it. I think that this combination is better than any other bike captain that can be put on the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's not particularly relevant in this meta. I mean, like if he gets into like a town commander or something, then he's gonna blunder them.
Yeah.
But like against most armies, like he's really good into like 3-up, 4-ups, or 3-up saves, 4-up invulns are like worse than 3-up saves basically with invulns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. I think he's decent. He's probably I still think you take him. Like I think he just rolled abysmally every time I used him.
Yeah,
but
it was. I mean, Ephraim and Kaigadal and Drazar are characters who are famous for not dying when you expect them to. To be fair.
That's fair. I mean, I wasn't even expecting to kill Drazar. Like I was hoping to like drop him with like
he did
3
only
or 4
take
wounds.
1 damage from that. If I remember
he took
correctly.
1 damage. Yeah.
Which is it's classic Drazar though, right?
Fortunately, the bike swung back and managed to finish him off, which they made up for his underperformance with their slightly overperformance. But
yeah. He's just he's crutching on the bike super hard. He's like, you guys will. Anytime I fail, you guys got my back, right?
Well, they didn't this game, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Very disappointing Salad asking, is triple broadside a requirement now for Tau?
Yes.
Well, that was easy.
Undoubtedly, yes, until it gets nerfed.
Sure. Yeah. Do you think, assuming we're not removing the core keyword from them, which we probably shouldn't write off because that's been their favorite way to nerf units almost identical to broadsides. Do you think that there is a fix that's not too complicated?
Up them by 15 to 20 points a model.
Yeah, just big
How
points,
much are they?
Points bumps?
90. They're 90 each.
I mean, even at like 100, that's
Yeah, but like if you up them by like if you up them by like 10 or 15, that's like another 90 to 135 points. That is no longer available.
Sure. So you lose launch strike.
So you lose long strike and
which
don't
you're
get
probably going to lose anyways.
But you don't get a replacement for him.
Yeah, but I don't.
It doesn't really impact the list that much. Like,
replacement.
but the problem is you take core off these things and they're terrible.
Yeah, sure, but like, I mean, if they keep core, they should probably like at least go up like 25 to 30 points. I would say
20's probably. I would up them 15 or 20, see what that makes things, and then you can further adjust from there if you need to.
I mean, yes and no. I think the issue with Tau being strong is that it's very, very unfun to play. It's literally like, you kill my army, cool.
Yeah, it's
All
like,
right,
it's like how Advac and Orcs used to be before they got nerfed.
Yeah, I think
100%.
There's a glimpse of an interesting and dynamic codex, like the bones of a codex that's very interactive are in there. I think with more of the crisis builds. The long range guns are the ones that people don't like.
That's the problem.
Unfortunately, are very good. So here you go.
Alrighty. Any more questions?
Yes. Biscuitbutt asking what you think of the Farside Enclave lists. I assuming the ones that rely on dropping crisis suits on people's heads.
It's really cool. I think once this gets nerfed, that's probably the next best Tau list.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Tau Sept is so good. Like Pulse 1 Wound is amazing. Like the special characters are all really good. The Sept Tenant is amazing. It's just like everything just makes this work so well. The FSE list with crisis suits is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall this is presently better. But again, once this gets nerfed, you're probably just going to see Enclaves at that point.
Shadow Sun is 150 points.
Yeah, she's really cheap.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Farsight's only 130.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd wager that she gives a 12-inch reroll once to hit, chapter master rerolls, 2 meltaguns, and an autocannon.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
All right, fair enough.
Ren's Gravity asking, with Eldar coming soon, they may end up countering Tau with Banshees and fast movement. Any thoughts?
If they can get out of Wave Serpents after they move, maybe. Otherwise, the Banshees just die to smart missiles before they get there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Chad also pointing out that Trajan is 160 points.
Oh yeah, no, Trajan's hilariously undercosted as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no. No, there's no argument there.
Like, both of these armies are probably undercosted. It's just Tau has a very favorable matchup here, just because
Yes.
of just the nature of how this game plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mission in particular.
And this mission was also very
And the
bad.
map.
And the map,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just bad in general for you, Jonathan,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
This map used to be really good, and then Tau became a thing, and it's like, okay, maybe it's not as good anymore. Sorry, Charlie.
Well, fortunately, we have a whole new swath of maps to play.
Yes.
So we'll see how
The
that
US Open's a lot
plays
better.
out on those ones.
It's a lot better against Tau, US Open,
Yeah, there's
generally speaking.
a billion things in the middle that you can hide
Yeah.
behind for sure. Let's see. Let's see if there's any more questions from chat. Very disappointing Salad asking if switching to Emperor's Chosen would be better, but I think we've talked about your pick for Shadowkeeper,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
I probably wouldn't have gotten to the finals if I was not Shadowkeepers. Let's
Yes.
just put it that way.
Yes.
I would have lost to Ash 100% if I wasn't Shadowkeepers.
I think that's probably pretty fair. We saw the Shadowkeeper's defensive abilities being incredibly powerful in your first two games.
Against models with 2 attack space, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that we'll go ahead and let you guys go there. Congratulations, both of you, for getting to the finals. First off, that's in and of itself, top 2 out of about 300 people over the course of the season, the T5S2 season 4. And Devin, you are our season champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
thanks for hosting.
thank you again for the game, Jonathan.
Yeah, it was a good game. As much as not playing Tau is not fun, but it is what it is.
It's all right.
Cheers,
All right.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, chat. That is we're going to wrap up there. T5S2 Season 4. I think it was a good one. A bit of a roller coaster ride over the course of the season. But we did see some of the new codexes come out to play for the top 2 final game here. And next season, we're going to see these guys returning pretty consistently, I think. So definitely getting a little bit of a preview for Season 5. And we are already seeing a lot of Adeptus Custodes and a lot of Tau getting played in T5S2 Season 5 pods. If you want to participate in T5S2 Season 5, ! Discord and chat will get you a link to our Discord. In addition, !events will get you links to our special events. We do have a team event coming up that's 5-person teams, sort of a WTC style, where the team captains pair players against each other. And then starting in April, we have an April GT, so another big 5-round event. Very disappointing, Salad. You'll be there this season? All right, well, I'm excited to see you. All right, we are going to do our final giveaway for the Invitational. ! Giveaway in chat for those who want to join. If you want additional entries, you can join over patreon.com/tacticaltortoise. You'll be entered automatically. Or you can grab a Twitch subscription, a YouTube super chat, or channel membership. All of those will get you additional entries. Or you can gift subscriptions to people on Twitch. That works too, as we saw dudes do. Necron 450, with how killy 9th edition has turned into, do I think Rule of 2 would slow that down? I think Rule of 2, you start to get to the point where list construction gets sort of difficult, especially for some factions that only have a couple playable datasheets. That's already a problem for factions that are kind of one-dimensional, and I think that just... that would curb the upper end of the spectrum, but the lower end would be nerfed to the point of unplayability, and that's not really where you want to be. I think. I don't know if there's a solution for how killy 9th edition is. To be fair, chat. I think that's up to Games Workshop to decide at this point, where it's sort of out of control of the format. Glow Teddy would like to play more comp, even though you're pretty sure you're terrible at it. Well, I don't. Worst case scenario, you can jump into a T5S2 pod. They are free. Just join the Discord, post in one of the Join a Pod sections, and you'll be added as soon as a pod opening becomes available to you. It usually takes a week or two. once things are going at their full steam. There is usually a little bit of a lull towards the end of the season because there's a delay before the next season starts. But other than that, they join pretty quickly. We'll give people about 2 more minutes to join up on the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway in chat. BT dubs. Nacron 450, for those wanting to join in on the events, do I have a video breakdown on how to use TTS? I do! Nacron 450, type in exclamation point how to play into chat, and there is a link to the new player tutorial playlist series there that has a lot of general 40k information, but also information on how to install and play TTS 40k. I will say, I think there was a question a little bit earlier in the stream about it, but the how to build an army video is a little bit outdated because it uses Battlescribe to TTS. There's a new tool called Yellowscribe that everyone uses that, to be fair, is a little bit better, but a little bit slightly more complicated to use. That I have to update the video about that on, but I just haven't done that yet. Our new maps coming out, Demetrios, they already are out. You can check them out at tts40k.com/maps. Prize in the giveaway is an Orc Start Collecting box. Very disappointing salad. Wish me good luck in Pod 4. Triple Storm Surge is not fun. I don't know. I bet I have a chance. We'll find out. What mission am I playing that on? That is on Caution, which has very good line of sight blocking. I bet we can find a way. I play Tyranids, and we're a faction entirely made up of living creatures, and life finds a way. So I believe in myself. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call the giveaway there, chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to our stream over here, our loop, so that I don't accidentally dox everyone. Let me grab everyone's information real quick from the giveaway, and I will ask our omnipotent random number generator to generate us a winner. All right, chat. Get ready. Here it comes. Random number generator. Give us a number. Number 22. Let's take a look at that. Going on the list here. Ethan Farmer. Ethan Farmer from Patreon has one. Ethan, if you are in the chat, go ahead and shoot me a message. Otherwise, I will shoot you one. And I'll grab your info. But congratulations on winning that giveaway. Anyway, that's going to be it for this T5S2 Invitational. We did end with a bang, I think, or at least a lot of bangs. Probably 18 bangs per turn from those railguns shooting off. But I appreciate everyone who watched through the Invitational coverage. And I hope everyone has a good remainder of their weekend. Get excited for T5S2 Season 5, and I'll see you there.